guess I'm gonna wait a few minutes because I don't want to be up here talking to myself, right? Give people time to get on. But when you do get on, just say, hey, let me know you're here. Let me know you're watching. Say, hey, Islam, for my Muslim women out there, my Moabites. I'm really tired. So, please don't mind the noise in the background because I got my children in the back kind of doing their own thing right now while I put together this live video for y'all. The purpose is to, uplift and really empower my sisters because we need it. We need it. So I'm doing this for us. I'm going to go over something. This live will not be available on my Facebook. After I post, I'm going to save it. I'm going to post it to my YouTube. And I'll probably post a link to my YouTube, but it would not be available on my Facebook after I post it. Just want to let you guys know that ahead of time. I might leave this one up because it's my first one. I might leave it up just, until tomorrow, but I'm going to probably take it down. The goal is to do this every Thursday. So that way, we can just kind of keep a momentum going, right? We're going into a new year. Everyone is preparing to go into a new year. And a lot of people, should be getting their minds together. Sometimes the new year, makes one feel like they have to prepare for it, right? So it's just something to uplift. Every Thursday, I have women that are in other cities or other states that would like the fellowship and can't. So the internet has made it easy for me to reach them as well. So I'm doing this for them. I'm gonna give it another couple minutes, and then after that, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into my demonstration that I have prepared on tonight for you ladies. I think you're gonna really like it. It's gonna be really nice. I think you're gonna really like it. But I don't know where my husband went. He was supposed to be in here with me. Y'all, he's supposed to be frying fish tonight. And my husband can cook. So I'm excited about this fish. But, yeah, so this video is probably going to stay up 24 hours. And like I said, if you're here, just say, hey, I'm here. Islam, peace and love. What's going on? Something let me know that you are here. But I'm probably going to get into this in just a moment. Just let me know that you're here. Say hey. And also share this live too, if you are here, so other people know that I am live, before I get into this. Hey, Terry. And you always want something to eat. Well, I guess that's why we're family. Because we stay hungry. I'm glad you came on to watch me. I appreciate the love and the support. I'm gonna get into this. I shouldn't take too long to get this through. Not unless y'all have questions or you're writing something in the comments that I might have to respond back to. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and get into this demonstration. Always hungry, right? We like to eat, but we can cook. So I took some notes. I might go over notes, I might not. Every time I speak, I always ask the Holy Spirit, what should I say? Because in all things, we're always going to reverence the Most High, right? In all that you do, you always reverence the Most High because, he deserves all the glory, all the praise for, keeping us, even in times when, we don't, we have a hard time being kept, right? So, and even when it looks like we're not being kept, he always keeps us. So, when I bring forth these messages, I always do it, with your best interest in heart, but also with, Allah at the forefront, right? And you may hear me say Allah sometimes. It just means God. And there's nothing to be weird about for those that don't know. It just means God. But I wanted to talk about something tonight that had been kind of brewing on my spirit a little bit. And the topic for tonight's discussion, right? Okay, is going to be you are your storm. And I know that's probably a weird topic because most of the time you hear stuff like, oh, the storm is over or the storm will pass or something like that. But it came to me, you are your storm. And when the Holy Spirit told me you are your storm, I'm like, what is he talking about? What I am my own storm. So I began to meditate, on that. And I did some research, right, on storms, what they are, what they represent. And when storms form, okay, it is the hot, from my reading now, okay? I don't deal in weather, but from what I read, I'm just telling you. Storms, when they form on the ocean, right, and I'm talking about hurricanes at this point, okay? When hurricanes form on the ocean, it is the hot air that fuels them, okay? And as long as that hot air is there, it will fuel them, and they become bigger and greater storms, okay? And as the storm moves throughout the ocean, right, and it hits land has a tendency to slow it down a bit, but it's still a very powerful storm, and it still can do damage with the wind and the rain, right? And so when I was reading this, I was asking God, I was like, how does this correlate, with you telling me you are the storm, okay? And, I meditated on it, and 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 I realized that we are the reason why our life situations stay the way that they are. Now, understand what I'm saying. Anytime that I talk to you, I'm always speaking in terms of self-reflection, okay? Always looking within yourself. We're not talking about other people's actions, right? We're talking about you, yourself, what you can control within yourself, right? So when Allah said to me, you are the storm, I was just like, okay, I think I understand the correlation. We've all gone through a particular period, in our time and in our life where we've gone through something, right? And it was terrible, it was tragic, it broke us down, to the last cell, we just couldn't get through it, right? And so in the midst of us going through this, we become our own little personal hurricane, right? So in this instance, the hurricane would be us, and the hot air of fuel will be all the negativity and all the pain and stuff that you experience from said situation, okay? Whatever the situation may be, okay? It's everything that you experience. And as you move as the hurricane throughout life, okay? Now, the ocean represents your emotions, constantly wavering up and down, right? Up and down, sea of emotions, up and down, right? But then as we're moving through life, we hit earth. A part of us hit earth, right? And when we hit earth, in a way, we come to a realization of something that we realize, okay, we're kind of, in a mess. But we still continue to be the storm, right? Not realizing that we got all this wind and this rain attached to us at the same time that we are in this kind of negative energy and mindset, destroying everything in our path and around us. So when the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, you are the storm, I understood after meditating and doing some research, what he actually meant and what he was actually saying. He was saying that in the midst of your negativity, you have to be mindful and be careful about how you are affecting others. Sometimes life looks a particular way to you, right? It looks a particular way to you, but it looks a particular way to you because you haven't done away with the things that have affected you in a negative way. So you are causing all this mischief by your words, your actions, because of the way you are perceiving things. We can't control the things that happen to us no more than the storm can control the way that it was formed and put together. But we can't control how we react. It's all up to you at the end of the day. And so he just wanted me to let you ladies know that, you are the storm. But in knowing that you are the storm, you also know that you have the power to do away with these negative things. Okay? And sometimes that can be really hard. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes that can be really hard when you're trying to do away with this negative part of yourself, because you are warring with it constantly. Right? You're warring with it because it feels so real. And as women, we tend to be a little bit more emotional. So when we are in our feelings, we are in our feelings, and we don't care who or what has anything to say to us. We're in our feelings, and that's all we care about. But I gave a message a little while ago that talked about, it's not about what you feel, but what you know. And we really have to get out of what we feel and get into what we know, because our feelings will lead us astray. It really will lead us astray. And so he gave me the message, you are the storm. But even though you are the storm, you have the power to do away with it. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it was beneficial. Thursday are my women empowerment nights. Right now we living in a time where a certain behavior, a certain way of doing things is acceptable. But, I don't want to play devil's advocate a little bit, but it's kind of not. And you don't have nobody to tell you, hey, we gotta do things differently. Things have to be done differently because, of the way things are heading. There's a paradigm happening right now, and you don't understand that you're getting left behind because of the kind of people that you are continuously keeping around you. And when you have a lot of people that around you have the same like-minded mindset, and I mean when you're in your lower self, I mean that when you are in a state that is not, what we may consider God-like or what we consider higher self, and you have a lot of people that deal with you in your lower self, and you know exactly what I mean, in your lower self, when you are indulging and doing things that are, not exactly positive, right? And you are hanging around people like that, they're going to continue to feed that same energy. They're not going to tell you nothing different. They're going to be in agreement with you, in this kind of mind frame, because in truth, y'all are one and the same, right? You ever hear the saying that says, if you tell me who your friends are, I'll tell you who you are? So if you look at your circle around you, right, and you do a very thorough look at your circle around you, what does it say about you, who you are, and what you bring to the table? And I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about jobs. I'm not talking about cars. I'm not talking about in terms of education. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about you spiritually within yourself, because I don't care who you are and what you believe in, but there's more to you than just this. You have a physical part, a spiritual part in yourself that has to be taken care of. And as much as you may like to think not, there's a part of you inside that has to be taken care of, right? That spirit man, it has to be fed. You feed your carnal man every day with food, with junk on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever shows you like. You feed your carnal man junk all the time, but you have to feed the spirit, because when you leave this side, it's going with you to the next side, okay? So with that being said, you have to, think about these things. So I wanted to do a Thursday, every Thursday, for my women that, just kind of need, someone to, just talk to. You can talk to me in the comments while I'm on my live, and just kind of need someone to build with or to give you a different perspective, because there's a saying, when you know better, you do better. Well, you should, but you know how that goes. But you should do better, right? And so with that being said, this is for you. This channel that I'm building on my Facebook, and I'm going to post my videos on YouTube, is for you. It's for the uplifting of you, to let you know that you are beautiful and that you are great and that you deserve to be loved. You deserve to be cared for. You deserve to, have all these great and wonderful things in life. However, you have to be willing to do the work. What is it for a man to profit the world and gain the world and lose his soul? And what that means is, was it for a man to get all these luxury things, cars, careers, houses, you got the marriage, you got all this other great worldly things, but then you are still lost and dead on the inside, because the truth is, you can't take none of it with you. You can't take none of it with you. And the battles that you refuse to fight on this side, you're going to have to fight them on the other side. And you cannot believe that, that's up to you. Your spiritual journey is your spiritual journey, right? But I'm here for those that do understand that and are saying, okay, I want and need more. And I know there's more to life than what I've been experiencing. Why do I have all these good things happening to me, but yet I still feel so empty? I still feel so dull on the inside. I still feel dead on the inside. I'm telling you, sis, you need God, and you need to feed your spiritual self. So I'm here to set you on a path to do that. So every Thursday, this is kind of like an introductory, video. We're going to talk about various different topics, from marriage to children to being a woman to being single to heartbreaks, all of it, being a spiritual woman and sticking to your principles, being married and being single, So this is what this channel is built for. It's built for us. I'm going to leave this video on my page probably for about 24 hours. Excuse, that's my baby. Probably about 24 hours, and then I'm gonna take it down. And that's why what I'm gonna do is when I post these videos, I'm gonna go live on Facebook, and then I'm just gonna save them to my YouTube channel, which I'll link my YouTube channel to my page. But this page is to uplift and to push, but we're going to do some inner work. We're going to stop acting like we don't have issues. We're going to stop acting like we don't have trauma. We're going to stop acting like, we got it all together. We're going to stop acting like that. We're going to actually, get it together, and then we're going to move forward, okay? Because that's what's happening. We need to actually get it together. And I don't mean get it together, hair, nails, makeup, nice cars, house. That's not the kind of together I'm talking about. I'm talking about inwardly getting it together, because when you inwardly getting together, really those things don't really matter. I mean, it's nice to have your own place. It's nice to have your transportation, right? Those are, as an adult, these are things that you should have. But, really, these things, they don't make you. They don't define you, right? What you have on the inside of yourself, that's what truly defines you. And who you are on the inside, that truly defines you. So every Thursday at 7 o'clock, I will be here, whether I'm just sitting here talking to myself. I'm going to be here to give whatever message and to build and to talk with my sisters and answer whatever question, that you may have that, you might want some insight on. You can post it in the comments, but this is more like an introductory video. I'm going to be here every Thursday at 7, okay? But I love you guys. I love you, right? And I hope this was able to kind of set you on the right track, right? Because it's time to do away with our storm. It's time to do away with our wind. It's time to do away with our rain. You ever just cause so much ruckus in your life, and then you look around like, wow, I caused all of this? I've done that, and I'm a witness to that, where I have went pure plumb crazy. And when I finally came back to myself, looked around like, wow, I caused all this mischief. And I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm not perfect. I'm not afraid to admit that. I looked around, I was like, wow, I caused all this mischief, because I didn't care about nobody but myself. Nobody but myself. And I didn't care who I hurt and how I hurt them. All I cared about was me at that time. But let me tell you something, when you come out of that, it's a terrible feeling to know that you are the reason why other people are affected in a bad way. It's a terrible feeling. It truly is. It's a terrible, terrible feeling. But tonight's topic was You Are the Storm. And just remember, it's time to put away all the pain, all the hurt, all the trauma, and actually heal. And if you don't really know how to do that, you just need to go to God and say, God, this is me as I am. And just be genuine, right? You know what I learned? It doesn't take all of that crying, snot, and tears, boo-hooing. It don't take all of that. That's emotional stuff, right? And God is God, okay? He's God, right? Emotions, that's human stuff. God is God. It don't take all of that, okay? All you need to do is to go up to, go to him and say, God, this is me. Help me with me. And be genuine in your heart, because being genuine really gets you a long way, right? So just be genuine in your heart. When you go to God, God, this is me. I'm struggling with this and I need your help. And I don't know how or where's the first place to start. But if you could just lead me and guide me, I'll do what you asked me to do and be genuine about it. And I promise you things will change. You'll notice on my channel, I'm not going to talk to you about nothing that I haven't already done and experienced already. Because I'm not a do as I say, not as I do kind of person. I really don't care too much for those people. That's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Don't do as I say, not as I do. Don't tell me to do something and then I'm looking at you as an example and you're not even doing what you told me to do. So then how am I supposed to feel empowered or think that it's possible when you're not even doing it? Okay, I'm a strict person in that sense, right? So I believe in leading by example. I'm not perfect, but I do believe in leading by example. Okay, understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to come up here and say, do this, and I haven't done it. Okay, I have my battles and my troubles every day, and every day I do my best and put my all into, getting through those battles and those troubles. So I wouldn't come up here and say, hey, sis, do this, that, and the third, if I haven't already done it. And, a lot of people like to use the excuse, well, you're you. I've heard that before. You're you. You're going to get through it. That's an excuse. Because I wasn't always this way. Okay? I went through something to become the young woman that I am now. And I'm still growing as a woman, right? I'm still growing as a woman. So that's an excuse. That's a cop-out to say it. You got to put in the work to get what you want. You go to work every day. If you have a job, for whoever has jobs, or if you're an entrepreneur, you put in what you put in. You hustle every day to get your paycheck and do what you need to do. You need to be the same way concerning your spiritual life and concerning yourself. You need to hustle and have so much love for yourself that until you see and know the difference, you don't stop. You need to be relentless with yourself. You understand me? Relentless. And you might relentless. Ooh, that's a bit much. I'm serious. Concerning yourself, you need to be relentless concerning yourself. If somebody come out there and mess with your child, you're going to be relentless and tearing their butt up. You need to be relentless, okay, with yourself. So every day you wake up and you just not feeling it, you need to be relentless and go against it anyway. If you're battling or dealing with depression, you need to be relentless. And depression will tell you, stay in the bed today. You need to be relentless and say, no, not today, maybe tomorrow, and get up anyway. If you feeling some kind of way and you don't know, how you going to get through it, or if depression say, hey, what I'm saying, just cry, or, eat another bucket of ice cream, because let me tell you something, depression be talking. If people tell you depression don't talk, that's a lie. Depression be talking. It will tell you, you don't need to do nothing today. Just lay in the bed. 2-3 days and passed you by. You don't feel like doing nothing. You don't feel like cooking, feel like eating. And in some cases, you might eat too much. You need to do the opposite. Depression is saying, no, don't go out with your friends today. Do it another day. No, go out. Go out. You need to learn to be relentless concerning yourself. It takes 21 days to build a habit, but it takes 21 days scientifically to break one. So I would say give yourself 21 days. 21 days to do the same thing. Can actually put in an effort. Don't just halfway do it. Actually put in the effort, okay? And give yourself the best of yourself. You deserve that. You need to love yourself enough to give yourself the best of yourself. And that's a problem with us as women. We were never taught to love ourselves. Okay? We are so in love with men, right? Oh, I love him. He is my everything. And then he's your everything. And then you don't have nothing for yourself. You have no love for yourself. But you would do anything for your significant other. But then when it comes to yourself, you put yourself on the back burner. But the thing is that you have to deal with yourself. Whether he stays or whether he chooses to move on to the next, or whether you choose to leave him alone, whatever the case may be, you still have to deal with yourself. So you need to be relentless in loving yourself. Okay? So every Thursday at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be here. Brianna, I see you. Hey, Miss McGill, I see you too. Monique, I see you. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. My hubby gonna fry some fish. And y'all don't know this, but mama like to eat. And my husband be throwing down. Okay? Bruh can cook. So I'm gonna get off this live so y'all can enjoy the rest of your evening. But I hope there was something that I said that was insightful and uplifting to you. I'm launching my cosmetics line tomorrow. I'm excited about that. And I got some great things coming along with that, because uplifting us is not just gonna stop here with these Facebook lives. I'm gonna get out in our community and we gonna uplift each other together. Okay, we need that. We need a true sisterhood. You know, I was asking my husband this earlier. I was wondering, I mean, this may seem like a crazy question, right? But I was wondering, do other ethnicities go back and forth like the black woman, you know, so-called black woman? Do they go back and forth, you know, like we do? Or, you know, do they just kind of, you know, just let it go? I'm pretty sure they have drama, right? But I'm just saying, like, we as Asiatic women, we have a tendency to hold on to stuff concerning our sisters, and we need to learn to practice forgiveness. You're not perfect. Your sister's not perfect either. We got to learn to practice forgiveness with one another. So, you know, this is the start of something. Through my cosmetics line, I plan on uplifting and really building up our people and our women through it. So it's starting here on Facebook. Well, mark my words, I'm going to get out in the community and I'm going to uplift, and we're going to join together and we're going to uplift each other with all the bull crap and all the crap in between. We're doing away with all of that. We're doing away with all of that. That drama, that stuff on TV that make you feel like you gotta be away, that's subconsciously putting things in your mind. We're doing away with all of that. Nah, we're gonna learn to truly love and forgive ourselves and truly love and forgive our sisters. We need that. Okay? As Asiatic women, we keep it popping. You know, we're beautiful. Y'all are beautiful. All my Asiatic women I'm seeing here watch this live, y'all are beautiful. Beautiful women. Beautiful. And nobody told you today, you're beautiful. You're very beautiful. And don't let nobody ever, you know, try to make you feel otherwise. And when I say that, I really mean it from my heart. I'm not just saying it because it sounds nice. I'm not that kind of person. And anybody that really knows me know I'm not the kind of person to just say something because it sounds nice. I'm not that kind. Okay? Because I don't want nobody lying to me. You know, lying is a pet peeve of mine. So I don't want nobody lying to me. So I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm not the kind of person that's just going to, you know, tell you something because it sounds nice and it's really not the truth. Okay? So if I'm telling you you're beautiful, I'm telling it to you because it's the truth. Okay? So remember tonight's topic, you are your storm. Do away with your wind, your tears. Do away with your reckless behavior. Do away with it, because at the end of the day, you're not hurting or affecting nobody internally but yourself, right? Life is too beautiful not to live it. We all struggling with something every day, but you need to take heart to understand that you are not by yourself. Okay? And now a lot of y'all know me as Mariana, but I want y'all to call me Sister Porticel, or you can just call me Porticel. Okay, that's my last name, but just call me Porticel. Okay, Sister Porticel, whatever, however you want to go with that. But I'm here, right? So every Thursday, 7 o'clock. Don't forget to share this video. If you don't want to share it on Facebook, or you just want to send it to somebody in their messenger that you think may need this, you know, send this video to them. They may need it. Every Thursday, I'm gonna be here at 7 o'clock talking. If I'll be sitting here talking to myself, then I'll be sitting here talking to myself. But I'm on a mission, right? And our women, we need something. And I just want to let y'all know, y'all are not by yourself. Y'all have somebody in your corner, okay? And I'm here. So every Thursday at 7 p.m., I'll be here, okay? And we're gonna talk about various different topics. Now, if you got soft feelings, this might not be the channel for you. Look, I'm just being honest. If you got soft feelings, this might not be the channel for you. And not to say that I'm going to be rude or hurtful, but we just got to get down to the root of the situation, right? And, you know, when you digging in a plant and getting to the root, that, you know, I'm pretty sure to the plant it probably hurts, right? We know plants are alive. You know, it probably hurt. Okay, so we're gonna get down to the root of this, and we're gonna really heal and love ourselves and move forward. So then when God sends that man for you, you know, you won't be so broken looking for him to heal you. You'll already be whole, you know, bringing love and abundance into your union, right? So every Thursday at 7, I gotta go. Okay, y'all know my husband gonna be making some fish, so I gotta go. But every Thursday, 7 o'clock, meet me here, okay? I love you. Remember, I'm gonna leave this video up here probably till tomorrow, but I'm gonna upload it to my YouTube, and I'll post my YouTube channel just in case you can't make a video at 7 on Thursdays. I know people work and they have children. I do understand. I have a house full myself, but you can go to the YouTube video and just recap and watch in there and subscribe to my channel there. But I'm not gonna keep the videos on my pages. I'm probably just gonna keep them up to Friday evening, take them down, and then you can go on YouTube and watch the, you know, the video from there. Okay, so you guys have a great and beautiful night. I'll talk to you later. Until next time.